So I will be apartment hunting for you guys. What's up everybody? It's Natalie here and today I am filming a Q&A. I haven't sat down and filmed a Q&A in quite some time, so I'm very excited. I think the last Q&A I did was like a life update when I explained that I was moving here. I'm pretty sure that's when the last one was. Now I just want to answer a bunch of your questions. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me any questions that you had, so be sure to follow me on there. All right, I anticipated a lot of questions about Miami, New York, all of that. So I'm gonna answer a few of those, but I also want to answer other questions as well. So let's get into it. Number one, will you ever return to New York City? If you guys are new here, I am from North Carolina. I moved to New York. I was only there for 1 year. My whole brand is like New York City, but like I was only there for a year. So I don't know how that exactly happened. Maybe I do because I titled all my videos New York City Week in My Life, but at the same time, I wasn't there for as long as I feel like I was. I moved to New York for a year. I left in September 2020 and I moved back home. And my plan was January 2021, I'd move back to the city. I would move back when things were starting to pick up again, when, you know, prices were still lower. And January came around and I was just like, there is no point in moving to New York City in the dead of winter. Things are still closed, nothing is going on. And just the more I thought about it and like where I want to move and what I want to do, it was just, I didn't feel like I needed to be in New York City right now. Like, for some reason, I was content with not being there. I recently bought a house, as you guys know, and I'm flipping it. I am not moving into it. I'm not renting it out. It's going up on the market soon. And so I'm paying a mortgage right now. And I got a over 2,000 square foot, I think it's like 2,300 square feet house in a great area of Charlotte, North Carolina, like a super nice area. And I'm paying $1,700 for a mortgage versus what I was paying in New York City, which was $2,400 a month, living with a roommate on the 5th floor, no elevator, no doorman, no amenities. I put it into perspective. Do I really want to live there right now? Like, do I want to be there? I hate being one of those people that's like, well, in North Carolina, you can get a house for this much, for this much. No, I understand the appeal of New York is the city. It's not the apartment. I completely get that. I hate when people were like, you can get a mansion for that price of rent. And it's like, yeah, but you're not in New York City. I totally get that. But for me, I was like, if I'm not missing it that much, there I don't feel like I need to be there. Do I really want to be there? Like, is that something I want to do? Or can I take this time to explore other areas to see what I like, what I don't like? The more time I've spent away from New York, I miss it a lot. Don't get me wrong. I definitely miss it, but I'm just thinking, is it wise of me to move there if I'm fine not being there? During COVID, I think I think a lot of people have noticed at least, that there are other places that are actually really cool and really nice, and you can take time to explore those other places, and they don't necessarily need to be New York or LA or, you know, those big cities that people dream of moving to. So that's kind of where I was at. Now that I'm in Miami, I am so shocked at how much I like it here. I feel like I can see myself here. I actually want to buy an apartment here by the end of the year because I think I can see myself here long term. Will I ever return to New York City? Probably not. Not gonna lie, I don't see myself moving back there, but I see myself going there frequently. So I definitely want to start traveling there soon. I see myself going there every other month, maybe staying 1 to 2 weeks at a time and being there very, very frequently because I love the city, like I said, and I want to be there, but I don't know if I want to settle there because I really want to have like property and I want to have equity in things, and it's just impossible for me to do in New York City. I cannot afford it. Here, it's more realistic for me. Long story short, I don't think I will ever return to New York City. That's the answer to that. I feel like I've touched on before, but now I'm like more set in my thoughts. Like, I really don't think I will ever fully 100% move back there. What are the pros of living at home? I lived at home for how many months? September to April, for 37 months. It completely depends on your family situation. Some people are super close with their family. Some people do not like their family. They don't get along with their family. They might come from very toxic families. If you have a great relationship at home, I think it's good because at your older age, you actually get to spend time with them. Like, your parents are getting older, you're getting older. It is nice to like have that time together. I think I'm realizing now, like, I'm not really gonna spend that much time with my family as much as I did, you know, before, obviously. So I think that's the pro. You really get to spend that quality time. Cons, again, it depends on your family. Me and my family butt heads a lot. I will say I was very, 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 very shocked at how much I actually enjoyed living at home. Coming back home as an adult, it depends on your family again, but it can actually be a really nice thing. Like, you really just get to spend time with them. You live out your adult life just with your family. But I do think like setting those boundaries and like really both parties recognizing that you are an adult now is really important. And of course, another pro is saving money. If your family does not make you pay rent, then a huge pro is saving money. Where do you think you would be now if you hadn't started your YouTube channel? It's such a good question because I honestly can't imagine my life without starting a YouTube channel. Like, I think like if I didn't start at 15, I would have started at 18, or I would have started at 20. Like, I always think I would have started it because it is so up my alley. I have videos of myself from a little girl before YouTube was ever a website, before it existed, before videos on the internet were a thing.
Wow, it's beautiful out here. Chloe, okay, close up.
Está lloviendo, mami.
And this is my big sister making cookies. Making a movie. I'm making inside, film all the house. Here's a big room. The flowers. Wow, I have so many. Could you see me? Could you see me? Bye, folks. I hope you see me. Bye-bye. How was it?
I was literally vlogging. Like, I would take my parents' camera and I would do a house tour, or I would be like, so today I'm doing this. Like, I was a natural vlogger. And I also wanted to be an actress when I was younger, so I think I've always wanted to be like in front of the camera, and I felt so much more like alive in front of the camera. I don't think I'm that like energetic or lively in front of a camera. I think I'm pretty like mellow, and like I'm not like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. You know, like some people are very like, they like give themselves a character on camera. I think I'm very the same in person, like my personality is the same, but I'm so much more quiet in person. If I'm at a party, I am not the loudest one. I'm not even close to being the loudest one. If anything, I might be the quietest one. Like, I don't really, like, I'm not very talkative in big groups unless they're like my best friends. I don't draw attention to myself when I'm in public, but you would think that I do because I literally put my life on the internet. I just come alive on camera. I've always wanted to be on camera, so I think I would have done something like that, or obviously started my own business doing something, because I've been very entrepreneurial from a very young age. So I would try to combine the two, which is YouTube. So I just think I was always going to do YouTube, whether I started at 15 or 20. What is Miami like? If you can describe it to someone who hasn't been there and is considering. Definitely, before you move anywhere, visit 100%. I would never recommend for someone to move somewhere without visiting. But I grew up here in South Florida. I grew up in Broward County, and we would always, you know, it's super close to Miami. For me, I haven't actually lived an adult life in Miami ever, besides right now. So I have only been here for 2 months. Miami is a very fun city. It's a place where I feel like the energy compared to New York is not really comparable, because New York has such like a hustle energy. It's such a go, go, go. It's so working, like you're, you know, things like that. And Miami is very like vacation mode, which has definitely been interesting for me to be here while trying to like work and like get my startup off the ground, like do YouTube, start my own business, all of that stuff, while being in a place that is very vacation minded. But now that more people are moving here, I've noticed the energy has shifted. Maybe it's not the people that have moved here, maybe it's because now that I'm living here, I'm not on vacation mode, so the energy has shifted. That could be it, because I do feel that there is like a little bit of a shift of like, I've noticed so many more creative people, so many more people that are entrepreneurial, so many people in tech are here. I think Miami is trying to be like the crypto Silicon Valley. It's really growing and taking off from a business perspective. In terms of that, I feel like if you visit, you're very vacation mode. There's a lot of clubs, there's a lot of bars, there's a lot of partying. I do not partake that much in that. I feel like I am not a club person. I don't like it. But that is very, very, very like heavy here. But there's also so much culture. That's like the one thing. Miami is a majority city, where majority of the population here are minorities. A lot of people here are Hispanic. There's a lot of Cuban Americans. There's a lot of people from Colombia, Venezuela, Central America. There's so many people from South America and Central America here in Miami. There's also a lot of Haitians here. There's a whole neighborhood called Little Haiti. There's people from all over the world that are here. The culture here is just different than anywhere else. People will speak Spanish to you before they speak English. You know, that sort of thing, where it's like, it's very, 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 very Latin influenced, and I love it personally. You know, I'm half Honduran, and I just love like Latin food, Hispanic food. I love the music. I like the atmosphere. I like how everyone is so lively and friendly, and like the art here is so colorful. And I don't know, I really, really, really love it here. It's a little bit different than any other city, I think, in the world. and I definitely recommend you visiting. And I wanted to take a quick minute break to talk about our sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is an online website builder, and it is by far the easiest way to build a website. Whether you are building a portfolio, an online store, you're doing a launch page for your business, you guys definitely need to check out Squarespace. It's so customizable. They have beautiful, beautiful themes that you can choose from. But besides that, you can change any theme the way that you want. I have a theme on Squarespace that I use that I have completely transformed and made it my own. I love my website. It is literally the website of my dreams, and you don't even need to know how to code. It's that easy. They have amazing analytics integrated into it. You can send out beautiful email campaigns with gorgeous templates on Squarespace, which is what I currently use. And it's just the easiest way to build a website and build your brand. If you want to check out Squarespace, you can use my code Natalie Barbu for 10% off your order, or you can go to squarespace.com/NatalieBarbu. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. When did you start seeing big growth in your channel? I have been doing YouTube for 10 years. It's gonna be 10 years in July, which is absolutely crazy, and I wanna throw a party for it. My 10 years on YouTube. So I think I started seeing growth in the very, very beginning. I got like, I don't know, a few thousand followers. That was my biggest growth, that I was like, oh my God, I went from 0 to 10,000, you know, in maybe a year. I don't know, and I feel like now that's not a big deal, but back then it definitely was. When I entered college, I had been doing YouTube for 2 years, and I had about 12,000 subscribers. From college, which I started with 12,000, to end of college, I had 100,000. So in the 4 years, I gained like those 80,000 followers or subscribers. And then after college, I saw in 1 year, I grew from 100,000 to 200,000. That year was the year that I had quit my job. I had moved to New York. I was working a little bit of that year, so I had like my consulting stuff. So I think just a lot of big changes that a lot of my viewers related to, and that's why I grew a lot. Mind you, that was what, like 8 years after I had started my YouTube channel. Like it took me 8 years to be able to kind of like do it full time. And then now my channel has seen extreme opposite of growth, not decline. I haven't ever declined in numbers. It's just been extremely slow. But I will say my growth has been really, really slow, and I think it's because I feel like I have focused so much more on other things than YouTube. Bella and WeBloom take up 95% of my time. That I am like, oh, let me quickly film a YouTube video, or let me just vlog and then compile those clips and put it up. And I want to be more intentional with it. It's just this season of my life, I've been so focused on building my business that YouTube has kind of been a supplement to it. So I really do want to focus more on it because it's something that I really love, but it's just prioritizing different things. And that's why I definitely think I've seen like very, very slow growth. And I think it's okay to have slow growth. I know some people will comment and be like, oh my gosh, this is so like sad that you're not growing, or it's pathetic about your views or whatever. And like, to me, I'm just like, that's fine that you think that, because I have such an engaged audience. I love the people that do watch my channel. I do YouTube for me. I'm so thankful that I can make it a full-time job, but I'm not always looking and paying attention to the numbers, because that would literally drive me insane. That's why my focus is like elsewhere. It's like on, you know, Rella, it's on WeBloom, it's on that stuff, rather than how can I grow my YouTube channel. Then again, I do want to grow my YouTube channel, so I'm trying to find now a way to balance growing my YouTube channel and, you know, also growing my business. That probably means I need an editor. So that's probably what that means, because here I am editing the video and I'm like stressed. So that's gonna be a thing that I have to focus on this in the next few months. But yeah, that was kind of my growth trajectory. I've never had a blow up. I've never like catapulted into success. It's always been slow and steady, and I think that should be something that is more normalized. I hate the word normalized, but you know, if you're starting out on YouTube, and you're not like going viral or growing as quickly as you think, like that's okay. You don't necessarily need to be. Where are you going next after Miami? I don't think I'm going anywhere. I really like it here. Like I said, I really want to buy an apartment for myself here in Miami, and so hopefully I'll be doing that next year. The market here is insane right now, but I think it's a good time to buy a condo rather than a house. So I will be apartment hunting for you guys probably within the next year, but I do want to do a video on apartment tours here for like rent, and similar to how I did in Charlotte and New York, I'm gonna do an apartment tour video here in Miami, because I feel like there are no YouTubers in Miami. If you know any YouTubers in Miami, please comment them down below, because I would love to hang out with them, but I just don't feel like they're here. Comment below, and I know there's some like TikTok people here now, and like Dave Portnoy moved here. Those are not the people I'm talking about. If there's anyone else in like the lifestyle community that moved here, definitely comment it down below. I want to do like a what this can get you in Miami, and just show you apartment prices so that you guys can actually see, because I feel like people come here to vacation, like no one actually shows that, so I'm excited to film that for you guys. Someone asked, do you accept your body? This is such a great question. I would say I am the healthiest I've ever been. I am the most confident that I've ever been, and it's not because, oh my god, I look so great, or oh, I'm so like whatever, like I love the way I look, because I think I'm just very, very content with the way I look, in the sense that I'm not searching to do more. Like, I feel like in the past I was like, okay, if only I can like get abs, or if only I can get like a bigger butt, or if I can like clear up my skin, all of these things. And now I feel like I've been focusing not on those like external things. I'm not like, okay, how can I get abs? How can I get a big butt? I'm just working out, I'm eating healthier, and I'm feeling so much better. I work out in the morning because I feel energized. My day is completely thrown off if I don't work out in the morning. And it's not because, ooh, how do I look today? Because I do not count calories. I don't care if I reach my goal on my Apple Watch of like the 500 calorie goal. Like, that is not why I feel my best. It's because I think I just feel so energetic, I feel strong, I feel healthy, and then the rest is great if that comes. And I think that's the thing, like once you start doing things not on the external factors, like your goal should never be, oh, I want to get a six-pack. If you focus on working out and being healthy, then the six-pack will come, but that's not the goal, because it's too unattainable. And I think people will think like, oh, I want to look like Kylie Jenner. And it's like, Kylie Jenner doesn't even look like Kylie Jenner. No shade to plastic surgery. If you want to get plastic surgery, I do not care. I am not against it at all. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it. In this point in my life, I don't think I'm ever going to do it, but who knows? All I'm saying is that we think like, oh, if only I can like work out hard enough to look like her, or I'll do more squats, or I'll do more lunges, or whatever it is. And it's like, you're never gonna get those results because they're fake. Like, I'm sorry, but they are fake. And I know that sometimes the Jenner Kardashian family will say that they've never gotten any work done, only some fillers. It's a lie. It's just a lie. Bodies do not look like that. It's not natural. And I think it's so damaging when people say that it's natural, because then girls think that they can get that way without going under the knife, and they can't. So I don't know, I have so many thoughts on that. It's such a tangent. Nowadays there's so many videos. People are face tuning their bodies on video. A video was like, oh, you can't edit a video, that's how they really look. People now can edit their bodies on a video. And I saw a girl that I have followed, she posted a video in like a bra and underwear, and like it was like a sponsored post, and there was like a glitch in her elbow. Like, you could tell that it was like a glitch, like it was bigger and then it went down. And it made me so sad, because I literally think that this girl has the most perfect body. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, you're so perfect, you know, all of this stuff. And like, she's literally editing her videos. She's so beautiful. And to me, I'm just like, that is so sad that today is happening. And I feel like so many like younger girls are doing that now that it's accessible. Like 13, 14-year-olds are probably doing that, and whole other tangent, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'd love to know your thoughts on that, and like that whole like culture on editing videos and plastic surgery and all of that. I really want to know your thoughts. Anyways, this video was kind of all over the place, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I love catching up with you. It is, how long is this video? 30 minutes long? This is gonna be a long Q&A. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.